the hardest thing for an online teacher? Might be lesson planning, classroom management, bookings. Well, to me, the hardest thing as an online teacher is reacting to negative class reviews given by parents. It doesn't matter if you teach online doing ESL, you're on Outschool, or if you're a freelance online teacher, reviews matter. The way that you as an online teacher react to a negative online class review could make or break your online teaching business. I'm not gonna lie, as a newbie online teacher, I took those first couple of negative online class reviews to heart, and I probably reacted not ideal, but learn from my mistakes. So today I am going to be sharing 5 steps that I feel like every online teacher should do when reacting to negative online class reviews by parents. But first, hello, my name is Sirena from infosincerelysirena.com. You are on the right online teacher channel if you crave honest talk about the wonderful world of teaching and entrepreneurship. Before I get into the steps when reacting to negative online class reviews, I want you to think of your online students and parents as customers. While you can't make all your customers happy, you can show the person that left your negative online class review and potential customers what type of online teacher you are. Now let's face it, responding to negative online class reviews or any review is like customer service. So the phrase of the day, my friends, is customer service. The way that you handle online class reviews, either positive or negative, is going to take some good customer service. Here are the steps that I think you should do when reacting to negative online class reviews. Number 1, time. Yes. Time. If your first instinct when reading a negative review is self-defense, then you need to take some time, my friend, because as human beings, we say some really bad things while we are on the defense. Take a moment, instead of looking at that negative review as something really bad that's going to tarnish your reputation as a teacher, look at it and take it as an opportunity to grow and learn and to show potential online students and their adults what type of online teacher you are. Before you hit enter in your response to that negative class review, I want you to look to see if it has the following. You sound defensive. Do you sound like you care about your student or your customer? Where do you place the blame? Do you have reflective language in response? And we'll talk a little bit about reflective language in the second step. The second step that I think you should use when responding to a negative class review is to thank the reviewer and apologize with reflective speech. Yes, I know. Yes. You need to thank the reviewer for taking the time to point out something that they were unhappy about. And you might think, why am I going to thank a person for giving me a bad review? Customer service. It's because it's good customer service. Whether or not you agree with a negative review, you need to validate the reviewer. Now, while everyone understands that we online teachers are not Nutella and we cannot please everyone, we can make our online students and their adults feel validated in their feeling. What you can do is when you are responding, make an apology with sincere reflective speech. What is reflective speech? So reflective speech is basically paraphrasing whatever one person is telling you, paraphrasing that to tell the person that is speaking to you that you understand what they're trying to communicate with you and that you're doing your best to understand them. By using reflective speech and responding to your negative review, this shows the reviewer that you are trying to validate their point of view. Apologize without using if or but. If you have a partner and they came to you and you guys had a huge argument and you're like, you don't pay attention to me, blah, blah, blah. And that partner comes to you and says, I'm sorry you don't feel like I'm paying attention to you, but this is what I'm doing. That sounds very defensive and is especially not reflective language because it is not showing that reviewer that you understand their point of view. You're telling that reviewer that this is my point of view. And an if statement would be like, I'm sorry if you felt, but. So like, I'm sorry if you felt like the content of the class wasn't appropriate, but it's again showing your point of view and it's not validating the reviewer. A third step that I think online teachers should take when reacting to a negative online class review is to give action steps. Maybe your online class description wasn't detailed enough and the reviewer did not think that the content didn't meet their need. Or maybe your online class description really did have those things, but it was kind of jumbled and not clear to the point. You can tell the reviewer, hey, I know my class description had this, but In order for it to be better understood, I'm going to move it to the bottom to the top, or I'm going to make sure I put out bullet points so it is clear through my class listing that this is what is expected in my classroom. Something to the effect. Whatever the issue that spurred the negative review, have it as a teaching and a growing moment for your business, regardless if you really think that you were to blame or not. It is perceiving and is validating for the reviewer. This not only shows the reviewer, but other potential students and their adults that you respect their point of view, even if it does not shine you in the most favorable light. This could also be a good opportunity to ask the reviewer what you could have done better to improve the review. And so this is a good way if you think maybe there is a mistake, or if a reviewer left you a glowing review and they only gave you 3 stars, that could spur the reviewer to say, hey, I didn't mean to put 3 stars, I really meant to put 4 or 5. They can go back and change that. Now, there are some people out there, I've gotten a couple of 4 out of 5 star reviews, and maybe this hurts me because I was a previous ESL teacher that really put a lot of emphasis on receiving all 5 stars all the time. But there truly are some people out there that only leave a full 5-star review if your service was phenomenally exceptional. And it is okay if they just leave a 4 stars with a glowing review. Your potential students and their adults will come back and look at not only your star percentage review, but they'll also come back and read all your reviews, as well as read your response to any of the reviews on your online teaching profile. My last step in reacting to a negative class review is make it better. How can you sweeten the deal for that reviewer? And maybe you don't want to do this. You can skip this step if you really super duper do not want anything to do with that reviewer and their student. That is fine. But if you generally enjoyed the student and the reviewer is kind of like, if you really feel like that you can help that student, or that student really enjoyed having class, you might want to try to sweeten the deal to make it better. A way that you could do this is you could tell the reviewer, hey, I would love to have a private conversation. So all of that conversation's not in your teacher profile, to talk more about this issue, and I would like to try to make it up to you. Okay, so and depending on the issue, you might be compelled to offer a free class. You may be compelled to offer a different class at a discounted rate, or even a free class if you choose. Free or discounted items that is in your control to give out. You see this a lot in not only online businesses, but brick and mortar businesses as well. I don't know how many times I've gone to a restaurant and the service was less than stellar, and I asked to speak to management, and management came and offered me either money off my bill or a coupon to come back and have a free meal on the house to make up for my experience. You can absolutely do this in your own online teaching business. You can also offer a full refund and just cut your losses with this reviewer. This might work if you just don't want to deal with this reviewer anymore. You can also offer a full refund, or if your company offers something like a money back guarantee, or I know Outschool offers a happiness guarantee, you can refer that reviewer to try to get a full refund that way. Now, there might be times when you receive a unwarranted negative review that either has nothing to do with your teaching skills, or you had no control of anything that reviewer is saying, or if it just is totally unfair. There might be ways that you can get that review removed. If you work for an online teaching company that has a history of investigating those reviews, I would definitely appeal to your online teaching company to try to get that fixed and taken off. If you are an Outschool teacher and you want to know what warrants a investigation in a review to try to remove that, as well as the one thing that you could do with your reviews that can get you kicked out of teaching on Outschool, go to my next video and watch all about that. I will see you guys next time. Thank you, bye!